Hey guys, I just wanted to mention a couple of things before we start this video. So this video is really gory, it's a video of skinning a rabbit, so please be aware of that. Don't watch if you are squeamish or don't like this kind of thing. And the rabbit was frozen snake food, it was already dead. I would never kill an animal, so just be aware of that. I did not kill this rabbit, it was already dead. And there's going to be a lot of blood in this video, so if you don't like that, don't watch. Please watch with caution. And a couple things I wanted to say about skinning the rabbit that I forgot to mention in the video. So when you're skinning it, make sure you don't cut the flesh and meat with it. So try not to get all that pink stuff attached to the skin. I did a very bad job here, and you see at the end of the video my skinned rabbit is the skin is all pink inside. It's not good, but you can remove that later. It just means more work later on. And a thing that it's not really necessary, but don't be afraid to cut through the cartilage on the nose. So try not to get a big hole in the nose when you're getting that. So yeah, I will mention we are skinning for taxidermy here, and I am a beginner, so there will be a few mistakes, so please be aware of that. I think that's it, and I hope you enjoyed the video, so please don't watch if you are squeamish or don't like this kind of thing, and thanks for watching. I thought I'd do a quick intro before I skin the rabbit. So, not much to really say. Got my rabbit here. He was bought from pet shop, snake food. Don't worry, he was already dead, frozen. I thought I'd just say a couple of things about skinning rabbit. So when you're doing the legs, apparently you've got to get down to the last knuckle in the little toes. Kind of difficult. I've only done it once and it was a nightmare. But it is possible. And you want to start skinning from just under the rib cage. That was not just under the rib cage. Somewhere about here on his stomach. Cut down. You might also want to cut across in a Y shape from the two back legs and joined up with that line there. And I think that's about it. So the rest will be in time lapse. Feel free to ask any questions. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, and if anyone stumbled upon this will be gory. Very gory, so be warned. Oh, one more thing, when you're skinning the eyes, that's a bit bloody. When you're skinning around the eyes, you gotta make sure to get the eyelid in. Don't cut the eyelid off, okay? And with the ears, you'll see you've gotta cut through some cartilage. Okay, there's not much else to say. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Just something quick I want to mention that I forgot. When you're cutting down the middle of the rabbit, make sure, well, it's not necessary, but it's better if you don't cut through the gut cavity. I'm not sure what the correct term for it is, but try to only cut through the skin and not through the stomach, because it makes things a lot harder when the intestine is spilling everywhere. Okay, and back to the time lapse. Okay, you might notice that the rabbit is bleeding. That's because I cut through the gut cavity. You can kind of see these little holes. So yeah, there's quite a bit of blood pouring out. So sorry about that, but just ignore that and try not to cut through the gut cavity like I did. Yeah. Okay, back to the time lapse. Okay, I'm just going to mention that with the back legs, I got stuck on one of the feet, so I just cut through the leg bone. Some scissors, you might have seen that. So later on I will, skin the rest of the foot. And with the tail, I just did that while I was doing the foot. I just cut the tail off as like the inside part, you know what I mean? So that needs skinning as well. I'm in a bit of a rush today, so that's why. Anyway, back to the time lapse. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if my arm got in the way a bit, so feel free to ask anything. I did mess up on one of the ears a bit, and I messed up in a few places. I got a few holes in the skin, so if you're skinning a rabbit, try not to get holes in it, but it should be fine. You will notice this looks a bit kind of gross right now, but you just wash it in some water, maybe a little bit of soap, be fine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to ask any questions, and bye! One more thing while I remember. So you might notice inside looks kind of pinkish. That is because I still need to deflesh the hide. So what you'll do is sorry, I can't talk. You'll take your knife, or scalpel in my case. I don't have my other glove on, so I can't really show you. But then you'll just kind of scrape the flesh off and make sure you get down to, it's more like a pale yellow colour. You'll know when you see it. So yeah, feel free to ask me questions, and bye again.